Right, next question is something that is relevant to you, but probably not quite as clued up about it as the previous two, and it's to do with private landlords.
Right.
And well, I decided to bring this up because you're in a private let at the moment, and so in your opinion, do you think private landlords abuse their position? Do they exploit their tenants, and do they provide substandard accommodation?
Well, I'd say in my experience they probably do.
Right.
I've had property in the past that's not really been in livable condition, but I've put up with it because I'm not a kind of person that likes making a fuss. I don't really like to complain about things, and I'm no of a kind of fussy, and I knew that I wasn't going to be in these places for a long period of time, so I was just like, oh, doesn't matter. But if that was some other folk, they would refuse to live in that, or they would have stopped paying rent or something, because the problems with the property was today we keeping it wind and watertight, so they were kind of breaching that. And a lot of my pals have private lets, and they've had kind of problems in the past with kind of landlords taking advantage and taking ages to sort stuff or whatnot, or else withholding money and then trying to give reasons how they're not getting it back.
Or the deposit.
Stuff, aye.
Can be a devil to get back.
Aye. So I do agree they will take advantage of some tenants. I'm definitely not saying all landlords are like that, but all the properties I've been in, I have had a problem or another. Particularly in the first private let I had, that was a nightmare, so it was.
What was the conditions like there?
It was nothing wrong with the actual house. It wasn't the actual conditions, it was more the kind of treatment by the landlord, the attitude.
Right.
Because at that time we had, that was just after me and Mark had been homeless. In case you're watching this somewhere else, it's no, when I say homeless, I don't mean living on the street homeless. Up here, when you're talking about the kind of homeless I'm talking about, it's you go and stay in a B&B or something, a bed and breakfast or a hotel or something, because I was staying in Patna, then got evicted because it wasn't my house, and then moved into Mark's uncle's, and then we decided to go homeless. So this was our property after that, and so because of that kind of status we had, we felt as if we were kind of not respected as much as some other tenants would be maybe. I remember some woman to do with the estate agent said something about when we got approved for the house, she says, remember, don't let them down. And I mean, there was no need for her to say that, because why would we? I mean, did she say it because we were young? Did she say it because we weren't working at the time? I don't see why she expected us to do that. So, but anyway, there was problems with the rent of the property, and then we had a whole load of hassle, and things ended up really, really stressful, and that's how we moved it, because the house was brilliant, but it was the non-understanding of the landlord, because it was all to do with housing benefit, and he hadn't been willing to learn about housing benefit, which I think is really stupid. Because if you're going to accept DSS, that's benefits for a property, then how do you no learn about it? Because he kept saying, oh, how's the money no coming in? And then when we were trying to explain it, oh, he was like, oh, wee violins are playing outside the window for you and all that.
I didn't know that.
Did you know?
No.
So I decided to leave because it was that stressful. And then next house had a brilliant landlord, but the house was mouldy. So
it's one or the other.
And this is our third private let. Again, landlord is brilliant, but it's mouldy again. But there's no really an awful lot we can do in this place because the buildings are old and they have streets like this. So, but a lot of the time they do take advantage, and I think they kind of forget sometimes that not only are you staying in their house, but you are paying them rent to stay in their house. Like they forget that respect's supposed to go both ways.
Or they just choose to forget it.
Aye.
Our next question is, as you'll know quite well, a lot of people these days go to university thinking they'll get a great degree, and even if they do get a great degree, they come out thinking they'll get a great job, and it turns out they can't get an interview for a cleaning job. There's plenty of people in this country today that, despite going through all that university, studying their guts out for years on end, they kind of get nothing. And I know you're one of these people. So if you would like to give us your thoughts and feelings about this subject.
Right, well, for the majority that will know, I went to Heriot Uni in Edinburgh. I just finished my 4th year doing a Master of Arts with honours in Business Management. Just graduated on the 22nd of June there, but I've been job searching since April, like kind of the beginning of April, because I was intending to try and get something for by the time I'd left, but things haven't quite worked out that way. I technically should have probably started looking way back before that, but I didn't kind of. I knew it'd be difficult, but I didn't kind of think it'd be quite as difficult. So basically, I've been kind of after graduation. That's been about 3 weeks that I've had nothing to do. So been looking for jobs. My kind of long-term goal is to get into accounting. So I've applied for an awful lot of trainee accountant jobs, but I can, to be a bit realistic, I can that everything's awful competitive, so I've been applying for anything as well. Like I've been going for cleaning, retail, whatnot, catering, stuff like that. But despite the fact that I've applied for all that stuff, I have still to get an interview at all. I still have had no interviews whatsoever. I've had, let me think, I've had 2 rejections, one saying the closing date had been moved forward so I'd missed it. The day I got a letter saying I'm going through the selection process, and the rest of them I haven't had any reply at all.